whose roots have helped shape both his worldview and his very distinctive sound.
Described as a poetic observer of the human experience, singer-songwriter Kae Sun began performing in his native Ghana.
We are thrilled to have him with us here tonight. Please join us in welcoming Kae Sun!
Spit through water, confusion I settle in the sunset and daughters. I don't know how much longer to go, but I know someday my motherland will be here. Hold on, hold on. Something's got to change. Hold on. Something's got to change.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Thank you so much for having this interview with us and the tough viewers. To start off with, we just kind of want to know who is Kae Sun as a person, as a musician, as well as where did you get the name Kae Sun from?
Well, that's my name. Not my given name, but it's a name that I use as a performer.
Okay.
And I'm a singer and a songwriter, born in Ghana, raised in Ghana, and yeah, I'm based here in Toronto.
How you doing, Toronto? See them struggling, working, bloodshot eyes and total despair. Heads that never learn to reach for others. They're going on. They currently holding on.
Hello.
Now they say keep fighting, keep jumping, keep jumping, keep dodging. Victims of child's play, never lay no coffin. Live on, grow up, keep on and struggling. But these brothers of mine, they just had too much to lose. Too young, too soon. Too much to lose.
You left the shores of Canada, traveled halfway across the world to your native country, as you had mentioned, Ghana, to get some musical inspiration, right? What kind of inspiration did you get? How was your trip?
My trip was great. I feel like I've talked about it a lot, and it was mainly because when I left Ghana, I was quite young, and just going back older, just seeing things that I hadn't paid attention to when I was there. So I was inspired by a lot of the things that I saw, not only the changes in a good way, but things that were not so good that I hadn't noticed growing up. So that affected me as a person, and of course it just spilled into the music that I wrote.
See the world is watching me. See these rappers with healers, no they got no feelings. They won't fix this village, and they surely won't raise our baby. And I find it from sunset, money is all we need. But at the end we were born with nothing to believe.
So can you describe in a few words what your music means to you as an artist?
Well, it means everything, right? Because as an artist, your art form is all that you do. And your passion for it is unmatched. Like nothing else can really compete with that. And hopefully it just brings you to loving people more. So my music is life to me, basically.
Excellent.
I love you. Speak on the law.
think that this album, Outside the Barcode, is different from your other album that you had, Line on a Leash?
For one, this is a shorter album, so it's only like 5 songs or so, and it has no band on it. It's just me acoustic, so that's different. And then the songs too, I feel like I had grown as a songwriter when I made that album, so you can hear that in the songs in that album.
Before they honor us, yes, they try to put some goodness. Can't keep a king innocent. Can't hold a lion on you. Brave-hearted people, speaking all they see is evil. Speak my son, not treated equal. No, and was stronger. Righteousness of all time. Don't let them mold your mind, 'cause they can't hold a lion on the leash. Can't hold a lion on the leash.
When you have your fans listening to your music, what kind of experience do you want them to have as they're listening to each track?
I mean, I don't really like to dictate how people should take in the music. I think the music would do that anyway, and people will take from it whatever they want to take from it. But for me, it's important that people know that the experience of it is genuine, and it's I try to be sincere in my music at least. So yeah.
People, whether they run the country, if they know their God, and they run their plenty. I mean, they
listening to your songs, I hear a lot of earthiness, a lot of rawness, right? It's very fresh music that you play and that you also sing. What inspires you, Kae Sun, to write the songs that you do write?
I'm inspired by life and all that God has made and given in life. So it's just doing the everyday things, like, you know, talking to people, meeting friends, reading, just living, you know, that inspires me a lot.
You guys are much too kind. We're glad you could join us in this wonderful evening. This is a song that's sadly still relevant. I wrote this song about 2 years ago, and it's called Black Candles. It's for anyone who's lost someone violently. We lit black candles, people stood in a circle. They had pictures, him with his kinfolk. I read every line of his poetry. On the street, I couldn't gather my thoughts at all. Can't say I felt sorry, yet sorrow shook my concrete walls. Now as he hear it echoes of his favorite song. I hear it in my sleep.
If you are, or if you see an up-and-coming artist, right, that also wants to make it in this game of music, what do you think the 3 top characteristics they would need to exhibit would be?
Well, first of all, I'll tell them that music is not a game. They're not in competition with anyone. So the first characteristic they need to exhibit, in my opinion, is selflessness. They have to be willing to give of themselves. And also they have to be disciplined and practice what they do. You know, if they're a singer, whatever it is, just practice. And then thirdly it ties into the first thing, is to know that there's something greater than you. I believe it's God, and I also believe that with music you're at the service of something that you cannot really control. So, you know, you put all those 3 together and, you know, you're not going to be like a super competitive pop artist, but you'd be at least a sincere one. And I think that's what I'll tell anyone who wants to make music or any art form.
Excellent.
Hello everyone, this is Kae Sun and you're watching On The Wheel on Tough TV. Peace out.
These friends of mine, they never read signs. I say they're going the wrong way. You know they have keys. They say I take this to the truth. When I say
He's a man who can gather the entire world and to get them to sing that one song. From Somalia to Rexdale and the world, please welcome